Hello everybody and welcome to Simulate Gaming and welcome to my fourth and final video here on Farming Simulator 19 Platinum Edition. So if you missed the other videos, basically I've split these up so it wasn't like a 2-hour long video and you guys can just pinpoint what you want to see. So if someone's rinsed tractors, for example, you can just come to me, and if you want, look at the miscellaneous stuff. So speaking of which, this is the miscellaneous stuff. Today we're looking at the things that aren't drivable, basically. So we've got the mowers in front of us, as you can see, and we're looking at a few traders and balers as well. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this. Let's not waste any time. So first thing we're looking at, as you can tell, is the mowers. So these are the CLAAS discos, and I'll go ahead and show you these in the store right now. Because here we go. So we've got the Disco 3600 FC and the Disco 1100C. Let's go ahead and take a look at these in the store. 70 horsepower required for this one, working width of 3.6 meters, 30 mph working speed. For the front one's going to cost you $2.5 grand, and the rear ones, 160 horsepower required, 10 meter working width. Of course, that's not including the middle if you are doing the full thing. 30 mph working speed, 46.5 grand to buy these. Okay, so the workhorse we are using with these today, for those of you wondering, is the Axion 920, which is the biggest normal class, not including the Xerion. So the detail on these things is phenomenal. We've got the adjustments and stuff there. We've got the PTOs. Can't lift this thing up, unfortunately. It's further than this to show you the underneath. In fact, I could probably do that, but you can kind of see we've got the blades and stuff under there. Got all the attachments where they're meant to be, all the hydraulic hoses and stuff here. Not sure these red things are. I've not seen these before. Maybe you guys can tell me. Hydraulic hoses coming from the front of the tractor going down into this. So yeah, nice and neat. Everything's where it should be. The rear mowers. Once again, you see the underside here. We've got. I'm not sure what these what these actual bits are called. Maybe you guys let me know. So these are obviously the bit that does the cutting, and this. I'm not sure what these bits are for. I'm not really a technical expert. I just know what things do. Now these little side curtains do have a little bit of physics. You can see they're sort of slanted down at the moment, and when you lower them, it goes flat. Same with the middle bit there. And on the rear, you can't really get into the rear. You can see all the hydraulic hoses and stuff are connected with the PTO there as well. Probably have a look over, I suppose, couldn't we? Let's get a little bit zoomed into here. Yeah, there we go. Everything's connected where it should be. So that being said, let's jump into it. We'll get it turned on and ready to go. That one's actually already unfolded. Or folded that one. Right. Let's get the front one turned on. Oh, I've got to start the engine. That would help simulate. So there we go. That is the unfolding animation for the rear butterflies. Go ahead and turn these on too. And you can kind of see the outline of the field we're going for today. I believe it's Shift V. There we go. Shift V does both of them at the same time, for those of you that didn't know that. And we'll start mowing. So, it is a mower, you'd expect. Now, I'm going to be honest, one thing I'm pretty shocked at is the fact we do not have any rakes or tedders in the game from CLAAS. I feel like there's a bit of a gap. From everything they've given us. They give us the mowers to mow the grass. In fact, they give us quite a few different ways to mow the grass. We've got these butterfly mowers, and we also have the Jaguar as well, which can mow. But yeah, there's no rake or tedder to work with after, so maybe that's something we'll see in FS21, hopefully. I feel like that is something we are going to be needing. So yes, that's the grass. I'm not going to do the whole field. You guys haven't come to see me do some farm work. You just come to see these in action. What I am going to do, if it will work, is go to this. Let's go ahead and clear that. Let's do GS add dirt amount 10. So there we go. These are the mowers dirty. If you had the I forgot the mod's called where it makes real dirt color, is it called? Then these will of course be green with dirt. Well, that's not something in the base farm sim, and I'm not using any mods apart from some of the console commands and stuff. GS add wear amount 10, and we have minor wear on these things here, just around the edge of stuff, whether we're getting knocked. In fact, I'll tell you what we could do. Let's actually lift this up and see. Oh, I got to stay in it. Okay, let's get these lifted up and see if it's. Come on, all the way up. There we go. I'm not sure why that wasn't doing that. I think I was pressing the wrong button. So yeah, it is worn on the bottom. Can I get rid of the dirt actually? -10. There we go. So it has worn on the bottom, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's the mowers. Let's moving on now. In fact, what we're going to do is cut across the field here to our next implement. Now, this is the CLAAS 445 Roland Uniwrap. As you can tell, it's a round baler with a wrapper built in. Look at the detail on this thing. You can actually see the lines on the rubber belts and everything. They're 3D. Really cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing in the store. Go to CLAAS. If I was a baler, where would I be? Okay, so this is the Roland 455 RC Univap. We can change the foil color. We've got white, black, pink, and green. Let's do pink. Wheel brands, we've got Trelleborg. We've got Michelin. Back to Trelleborg again. We can't change the type, of course. We can just change the brand. So 4,000 litre bales, pretty standard for farm sim. 145 horsepower required, a working speed of 12 miles an hour. It's going to cost you £78.9 thousand for this one. So I was just looking at that then. It looks like this bit here is worn already, and it's in the store. I'm not sure if that's meant to be like that, or maybe it's just the lighting. Is it like it on the actual one? Oh, it's because it's silver. That makes sense. Okay, it wasn't worn. It was just silver. I couldn't tell from inside the store. Once again, we're using the... Oh, no, sorry. We're using the 800 this time, not 900. So we're using Axion 800 for this. Let's go ahead and get it turned on. Right, so we unfold the baler like so. Get it turned on. Get it up to the proper RPMs. Lower the pickup. And we'll start making some bales. So I'll probably do one bale here on camera so you guys can see. There's not really too much to see when we're doing this. You guys have seen the pickup before, but you can see the grass going inside there. There comes our first bale. I'm going to keep the camera zoomed in. You're meant to stop, of course, when you hear the alarm. Right, let's start that wrapping. So we start collecting our second bale here. Now the first one is getting wrapped, and then we'll drop it off. Right, we'll stop here because the alarm's going off. That is now finished wrapping. And we'll get that rolled off. Though I didn't see any blades cut that. Would that be manual in real life, or how would that cut? I didn't see anything cut it. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into this too much. But there we go. Pretty standard round bales that come out the back of this, as you'd expect. So there we go. That is the Roland 455. And he said 445 then. Let's go ahead and add the dirt amount to this, which isn't actually adding dirt. Oh, I want minus 10. Dang it. Go on, add 10. There we go. That's what it looks like. Dirty. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and add wear amount 10. A bit more subtle with this one. You see around the outsides there where all the grass would be flicking up against it. Pretty good around the outside. Not too much damage. But these bits here, the actual rollers, as you can see, there's a lot of wear on them, which you'd expect in real life. And also here where things might have been rubbing against it and stuff, like the bales and stuff when it's coming off. So yeah, that is the CLAAS Roland 455 Univap Baler. Let's move on. And our next contestant, luckily, conveniently, everything's in the field. I only mowed one field in preparation for this. And this is the CLAAS 9500 Cargos. Now, this, of course, is a forage wagon, not just a trailer. We've got the pickup on the front here. Numerous controls on the front here. Not sure what any of these do in real life. You guys can tell me in the comment section down below. Triple axle. Make sure I'm not missing anything. That's pretty cool. We've got lights on the side there, so maybe 360 degree. Although, actually, no, it might just be the back. But once again, everything plugs in where you'd expect it to. We've got the PTO going into it there. Read all the stickers. Does that mean it's 1,000 RPM? I don't know what that sticker means. Telling us to check something. Check the user manual to tighten something there. And don't put your hands in it. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's go ahead and get this turned on. Let's get it turned on. The actual pickup turned on. Lower it down. And we'll start collecting some grass. So yeah, it works like a normal forage. Make sure I'm in a straight line while I do this. Works as a standard forage wagon as you'd expect at this point. Let's see if it carries on while I'm doing this. Forage wagons. Oh, loading wagons. There we go. All the way into CLAAS. So 140,500 pounds. Sorry, 53,000 litres of grass in this thing. Requires 240 horsepower. Working speed of 12 miles per hour. We have the Trelleborgs, and we can actually change these. So we're going to go ahead and do standard. We can have some wides. Back to standard. We can have Michelins. We've got the standard and wides. They actually look pretty different, actually, the Michelins. The wide ones don't look like they've just been scaled. They actually have a different tread, which is pretty cool. And back to the trailer bogs. We could have the flotation style ones there for the wide. Oh, I did the same here. I didn't see this the first time around. Silly me. Oh, jeez. What's happening? Didn't mean to do that. I think I was in the store too long. Okay, so here's one I made earlier. This one's full and ready to be unloaded. So we've quickly brought it down to the BGA. As you can see, there are two more conveniently waiting. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the bucket. We'll slide in past this one then, shall we? We've got two conveniently more trailers waiting for us, and those are the next things we're going to be looking at. So let's go ahead and get this. You don't have access to. Do I have to buy the BGA? Jeez. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Let's go ahead and get that unloaded so we can see the animations on this thing here. Let's jump out. So of course this is the conveyor belt style. It doesn't lift up. You can see it being chucked out the back here. Conveyor belt, or the chains even, is slowly pushing out to the back where it gets spat out. Need to pull forward a bit here. Seem to have reached the top of that. And we're empty. So there we go. That is the CLAAS Cargo's 9500, which is going to conveniently transition us into our next trailer, which I thought that was full then. Which is the CLAAS Cargo's 760. So they're pretty much the same, all of these, apart from, of course, that one has the pickup on the front. These don't, although it does have the... Oh, that's for the conveyor belt inside, isn't it? Got depth of field on. It's kind of making that a bit hard to see, but there we go. This is the bigger one of the two. So we go to trailers here. So we've got the 750 and the 760. The difference of these is basically just the fill level. So this one holds 44,500 litres, and the bigger one, the 760, holds 51,000 litres. So we'll go to here. We've got the trailer bogs. We've got the Michelins, so we can actually change these to the wides as well. And that's it. You can't change the trailer bogs, unfortunately. And the big one, we're doing both at the same time. This is a triple axle as opposed to the double axle. 51,000 trailer bogs. And we've got the Michelins once again, like so. 85.7 thousand pounds for this one, and 59,000 pounds for this one. So like I said, the animations are going to be pretty much the same throughout. That one in front is basically what we have here. It's just that one's got a pickup on the front, whereas this one does not. And we'll go ahead and get this unloaded into here. And once it does that, we'll show you this one. Let's go on this side, shall we? And once again, same, just slightly smaller. We've got double axle on this one. So instead of actually unloading this one, I'll show you the wear and stuff for this. Clear. GS add. Let's do wear first. Wear amount 10. Pretty subtle. We've added it to a tractor as well. We've got it along the sides here where things have just been rubbing up against it. Stone chips and stuff. Nothing too great. Was this thing only really has shaft and stuff like that inside it, so there's nothing that's going to damage it too much. You can see the grass poking out there though. That's pretty cool. Should we add some dirt to this thing? Add dirt. Oh, let's try that again, shall we? Add dirt. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. So it doesn't get too dirty. Only really the wheels. Like I said a second ago, this thing won't really get used for ploughing and stuff, obviously. It's just used for picking up forage, basically. So it's not going to get too dirty. Just the dirty ground that it's on and stuff like that. So there we go. That is the trailers included with the Platinum DLC. Okay, so moving on to our final piece of equipment. Now, this is the CLAAS 5300 FC Quadrant, or the CLAAS Quadrant 5300. This is a square bale, as you can tell. Now, I'm using a very excessive tractor. You probably wouldn't use the 4500 Xerion for this, but I just wanted to use the Xerion because I'm probably not going to use this thing too much when I'm doing my Let's Plays, so why not get the fun out of the way now? Let's go ahead and unfold the baler. This is a big, big baler. It doesn't put out big bales, it's like normal bales, but physically, this thing's pretty big. So let's go ahead and get this turned on. So I did actually want to do straw bales, but I forgot to save after I harvested the field the other day, earlier on. So, yeah, unfortunately we've got no straw to do, so we're just going to do a grass bale instead. You see it's coming out pretty quickly. This Xerion is not struggling at all, as you'd expect. I mean, it's a bit overpowered, like I just said. Never probably would use this in real life. Let's just push out one bale and we'll be done. You're going to drop? There we go. Nice animation, not animation, but it didn't glitch out anything at the end there, which is really cool. So yeah, this is the 5300 quadrant. Let's go ahead and check this out in the store. Baling technology, all the way to the end. So we got the Trelleborgs on here, and the Michelins. That's it. It's 4,000 litre bales, as you'd expect. It requires 230 horsepower to pull this thing. A working speed of 12 miles per hour, and depending on what wheels you get, 153,500 to buy this thing here. So more of a conventional bale of this, in terms of it's just a square bale that comes out the back. But yeah, that's pretty much all the miscellaneous stuff. There's a lot of drivable stuff in here, so it's probably in another video. If you're looking for something else, it's probably in videos 1, 2, or 3. We did cover the weights for the tractors in episode number 1 as well, because I just linked them up with the tractors, basically. But thank you very much for joining me in this episode. Once again, hope you guys enjoy the Platinum DLC. Really excited this thing is out. We finally have CLAAS in-game. CLAAS and John Deere in the same game. Who'd ever thought we'd see today? So thank you very, very much for joining me. If you did enjoy it, please hit the thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Hit subscribe to see more from myself. I'm going to get a cup of tea. I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.